You're welcome back to our show, and we continue right from where we stopped. So let's look at defections by politicians. People always get angry and disappointed in the politician, but we already have a political setting that is set to fail. Does the votes belong to the candidate, or does the vote belong to the party? Because this is the dilemma that always comes out to play. Did we vote, for example, PDP or Labour Party because of the party or because of the candidate? So when the candidate changes party, should he have lost the seat? But did we vote him because of the party or because of the candidate? These are the things that causes the distrust with people. And people forget that the candidates themselves want to be re-elected next. For example, Labour Party is having issues and factions that may deny them having candidates. We saw in the by-election August 16th, Labour Party did not have one single candidate in the 21 elections that took place, because as of today, nobody knows who is their party chairman. So that fight between them has made almost anybody in the party planning to contest there begin to rethink of, should I be here? I glided on the name of Peter Obi, for example, to win in my area. If he's not on the ballot of Labour Party, what am I doing here? So the politician starts beginning to think of his own survival. Is there a way this can happen differently? So it's a tough, mixed up question.
It's not a tough one, but it's a very stupid ideology for people to be jumping from one party to another. Would you leave your home because your home is sinking? If your child is failing in school, what do you do? If you can't change the school, you get a private teacher at home. So sometimes when I see these adults, presumably called adults, jumping from one political party to another, it's like, that means you don't have an ideology. And that means it's all about you. It's not about the party. Every political party has an ideology. And if you are following that political party, that means you are buying into that ideology. But you can't in 2-3 years jump from one party to another to another. In fact, at the point you get confused if they are still in that party they were the last time you saw them. For me, I think that's very, very wrong. Because one is, what do you do with your followers? Those who believe in you as an identity, not the party. A lot of people don't even know what the party stands for. But they believe you because you are the face they know. You are the one they trust. Then in the middle of the night, because you are not in tandem with the chairman of the party, or they are not giving you what you want, you just jump ship. What happened to the followers that you have brought to that political party? We need to start looking at things differently. We need to start estraying positions of authority. And for me, I'm not going to call names, but if you keep jumping one political party to the other, to the other, to the other, I'm sorry, you are not serious. What happened when you get to that presidency and we have a hard time? Do you leave the presidency and walk away, or you just go and say, tough it out? If you cannot abandon your own child or your home when there is crisis, why would you be abandoning a political party? Why don't you stay and build it up? Why don't you say, okay, everything can be resolved on a round table.
Yes.
No matter how we disagree on issues. But we can come to look, this is the ideology of this political party. And this is what all of us should be focusing on.
Okay.
If something is going wrong with that, how do we review it? Don't they have reviewing conferences? They do. Spend millions of naira. I don't buy into it. But because there is a vision and you are following that political party vision, then stay on that lane. Get it right.
Sorry. So that means from the way our parties are now, we do not have strong ideologies.
We don't.
Because we can pick virtually any politician, whether on the good side or on the bad side, who has been in at least 2 or 3 parties. Some have sworn that the day they leave this party is the day they will die.
And they don't die.
And they don't die, thankfully to God who is merciful. And some of them are viewed as the good ones. Even the ones who are viewed as the bad ones do the same. This is the social contract we're talking about.
Mr. Toba, let me interrupt you there. Just a couple of days ago, an ex-governor, a former governor, made a statement. And I look at that statement, and I think I read it on your platform. And I laugh. If someone who has never been in a position of authority made those statements, I will take it and I will like, okay, so what do we do? And I'll forgive that person. But someone who has been a minister, who has been a governor, who has been a leader, who has been this, who is an educated person, making such statement because of selfish reason, I think I have a problem with that. And these are what we are saying. So why would you jump ship when there is a problem? Because it's not going your way. The party does not belong to you. So we sit down there, we make it work.
So let me ask my last question,
Go
because
ahead.
we're running out of time.
Go ahead.
I believe that the reason why politicians play these games is because they believe that the people are divided and are easily gullible. Because a politician made a statement, that same politician made a statement that those saying they can do 1 term are deceiving people. You cannot accomplish much in 1 term, because he discovered that when he was in power, you could not accomplish much in 1 term. But the same person is holding the president accountable for 2 years, which is half of that, and shouting that you have done nothing. But the reason why they do that and get away with that is because they know that the people are gullible. The people easily forget who is good and who is bad. The people easily, with a little makeup on the face of any politician, all his past crimes can be forgiven. Once this happens, the politicians never really take the people seriously and keep dancing. We are grateful that we are not back to where they used to fry akara on the road, they used to eat corn, they used to go and barb people's hair in saloon, they used to go and eat akara with small children. At least that level of deception has seemed to fade away. How can the people get wiser to know the politicians that will work for them and will keep to their political promise? I want us to end on this note.
Platforms like this. Community town criers, town hall meetings with sincerity of purpose. We are here talking about political promises. Why does it fail? And we talk about transactional businesses. We need the masses, the voters, to understand that. Because 80% of voters today are waiting. How many bags of rice I'm going to make, how many clothes I will make, how many sugars I'm making. We need to change that mindset. So we need to use platforms like this to start sensitizing and creating awareness, especially with the youth leaders in the communities. They need to know this is not business as usual. If you do this, this is what will happen in 4 years, and we'll go back to status quo.
Or worse.
In fact, it's going to be worse, because the more, what used to be 10 naira is 20 naira today. So if your transactional business was on 10 naira and today is 20 naira, you have made a loss. So we need to still amplify voices from platforms like this to start creating real knowledgeable awareness around politics and voting and democracy. We need to divide those things, and they need to understand it. Going back to the same person we're talking about. I'm not here to sing praises, but a lot of policy reforms are being done in this administration.
Sure.
And for anybody to focus on changing those things, we must tighten our seatbelt. It will be better if people like that, who are educated, who understand how policies work, come in with different approach and strategy and add value to the current administration, rather than sitting on the edge and criticizing. People are hungry, there's no doubt about that. So if someone from the government quarter is singing and banging and saying this is bad, the hungry ones will follow, thinking he's singing praises because of them. No, it's about selfish reason. So if he is not educated, and I'm going back to that again,
Voters.
and he's saying such thing, you know, they're all the same things.
Yeah.
So you now excuse him for that. But for the fact that at the level he is, he shouldn't be saying that. He should be looking at what are the policies that we need to do to cushion some of these effects. Those are the things we should be talking about. And we should be adding value to a current administration, because without policy, all these beautiful things, beautiful big boxes we are saying, thinking, oh, Nigeria is healthy. It's not healthy. But how do? You go to the root cause of it. So he is dealing, the current administration is dealing with the root cause.
Yes,
so we need to start looking at that and extracting what is working and what is not working. And while we're doing that, we need to bring stomach infrastructure too, so that the hungry people will now, the hungry ones will now understand that this policy is a long-term goal.
Thank you very much, Ma. It was nice to have you on our show.
My pleasure.
We hope to have you back more often, so that we can rediscuss these issues and look into them deeper. So this is where we take a stop for the day on our show. We hope to have you back again. Please make your comments and other things you would want us to discuss, and we look forward to having you next time. Have a great day.